Welcome to the live. If you are watching this live when I'm not live, peeps, make sure to share out the video, like up the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. So, peeps, topic tonight we want to talk about is not is but are 89-year-old burnt alive, cop charged for child's death, farm workers are crying out. So, peeps, this topic we are going to discuss tonight. So make sure to share out the video if you just a forward on the live. Alright. So first topic what we are gonna discuss. Let me share out this live to my contacts. Can I big up yourself? Share out the live, share out the live. Why can I only party me say I go on? Can I even talk about all of them but just have to do what me can do. But anyways, so the first topic what we are gonna discuss and the topic what we see on screen. Zane. So policeman, you know, whose child died in locked car charged with manslaughter. Everybody remember about the beautiful baby girl with them locked up in the car. Where I think the father was supposed to drop off the baby to the daycare and both parents forgot about the child. And when I think they were leaving in the evening, they went in their car and they found the baby dead. I think it was something like that. But I mean, how can you forget your child? Yes, that may I see. I don't know that they would have charged a policeman. Well, Kanaika, sometimes certain things surprise me because we tell you the truth, me never know say they not charge him either because him is a policeman and because maybe them under public pressure so them charge him. We're in deserve a charge still because oh, if you forgot your pitney in a car, both parents forgot the pitney. Even when you lock up your car, brother, you must come on, man. How you not remember say pitney in a car? Boy, I tell you. But anyways, up to this day, I can't understand how he forgot about her. Me, I try to picture it and try to analyze it, and I can find out how him really forget the pitney in a car. Remember, you know. All right. What we did I discuss? I think we did talk about this already. So normally what go on? The baby did always I think stay with the grandmother, right? So I think it was the first day at daycare or first week at daycare. I then did say something like that. So you can't correct me if I'm wrong. So them did when to drop off the baby and then forget about the baby. Cause guess what? Them always drop him off by grandmother. So them no remember say the baby Goldie no remember say the baby in the car, so them not really maybe care about the pitney. Cause from once you have the pitney in the car, you must go see say still in there. And so how them forgot if you know say the pitney in the car. It seems like them just drop off the baby more while the grandmother not even call or check up on the baby. Them just go back in and leave and go pick up the pitney. So at that goal they reach them. But anyways, I'll read the article. All right, so policeman whose child died in Locktar charged with manslaughter. Them offer him 750,000 bail. So St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. St. Elizabeth cops whose 18-month-old daughter died after being locked in his car has been charged with manslaughter. All right. Miss Melanin Cinnamon, big up yourself. So, Detective Sergeant Sheldon Dobson was offered bail in the sum of $750,000 when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Santa Cruz on Monday morning after being charged for the January 17 incident where he left his daughter inside his car while at work in Black River. Dobson is assigned to the Black River Police Station. The child's mother is a sergeant of police in the same St. Elizabeth division. Zin? Alright. Uh, Shelia Dobson died 2 days after being forgotten. Died 2 days. Wait. She- Shelia Dobson died 2 days after being forgotten in the back of her father's car for several hours. Wait, this no make no sense. This no sound 2 days. Uh, this no sound right at all. Let me read over it. This don't sound right. Shelia Dobson died 2 days after being forgotten in the back of her father's car for several hours. That tell me say baby died 2 days after. I never read that in the article previously. Anyway, the policeman is to return to court in Black River on October 25. He is being represented by attorney at law Thomas Levine. So them charge him and offer him $750,000 bail, and them charge him with manslaughter. All right, so well, justice works sometimes, like it seems. Yeah, for real. Certain people, this like them get a I lick pan Harris and them get away with certain crime, while the law-abiding citizen can't get no justice. But anyways, so what me I go do right now? I go jump on the next topic. Moving on from one police to our next police. So this policeman, when I about to share on screen, is a policewoman, not policeman. Retired policewoman. Lost her life in a fire. She burnt alive in the fire, peeps. And this, if you all take note from this, we all if you take notes from this, peeps. If you don't understand what I mean, we are supposed to take note from this. When you have your elderly relatives or could I say parents, you have to always check up on them, and the next thing you can't let them live alone by themselves. Although some of them stubborn and them don't want nobody to live with them rather live by themselves. But you can't make them make that decision at that old age. This lady is 89 years old, and a family member or somebody should have, been around with her because she elderly to take care of her. You see me? But anyways, so we are gonna read the article, peeps, and it really sad to know say she lost her life now on fire just like that. But anyways, Retired policewoman killed in Hanover house fire. Hanover, Jamaica. A retired superintendent of police lost her life in a fire that destroyed her house in Bamboo Drive, opened in Hanover this morning. The deceased has been identified as 89-year-old Elena Nesbeth. The Montego Bay Fire Station said they received a call at around 5:15 a.m. and units from Montego Bay and Lucy responded. The remains of Nesbeth were found during cool-down operations by firefighters. Jesus. The death of a retired officer who has been described as a strong black woman sent shockwaves throughout the community and the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. She was once stationed at the Barney Street Police Station in St. James. Superintendent in charge of the Hanover Police Division, Sharon Beepot, said Nesbeth was a very disciplined and hardworking woman. She was also said to be jovial and easy to get along with. Boy, Beepot said the news of Nesbeth's death has hit her hard, as it was just recently that she came across her man who did not get the chance to visit her. Only to wake up this morning and somebody tell you say her house caught fire and she perished. Oh my God, expressed Superintendent B. Put. The death of Nisbet follows that of a 62-year-old retired police. Ralph Millie was suspected of committing suicide in St. James on Friday. Superintendent Beeport has expressed concern surrounding what is taking place with retired members of the JCF in recent times. So imagine this policewoman, retired policewoman at the age of 89, lose her life in a fire. Imagine. That really sad peeps. She lose her life in a house fire. And as I may say, at that elderly age, somebody should be around, assisting her or keeping her company or something. Because at that elderly age, you can't let them live alone. You see me? You can't let them live alone at that elderly age. 89. Good night to everyone in the chat. Minerva, good night, big up. At the age of 89, she shouldn't they by herself somebody to live with her, man. Because I know them elderly and sometimes them really stubborn to me, not like. Sometimes them stubborn and them don't want nobody live with them. But you can't make them go ahead and make that decision for themselves. You have to have somebody will stick around them. Because see there, maybe she go strike something, light something, and not even can maybe she can't even walk back what she like, and nobody not did there for assist her. So she end up dead in her house and end up maybe I try to come out and can't come out. And end up dead in her fire. And get burn out and something. Burn out peeps and find her remains in her house. Boy, imagine a man go through, brother. Imagine what she go through before she dead. Jaja. But we have to learn from this, and we have, if we have an elderly parents or elderly, you know, family friend, we have to check up on them regular. And I can't make them live by themselves. At least a good thing can happen to them and them not have nobody did if call. So I have to make sure I say no check up on them, man. But anyways, peeps, I go move on to our next topic. I know I'm not really stay along tonight. But anyways, so let me drop the next topic on screen. Imagine you left your country to go work to better yourself, better your family members them, and maybe better your friends them. Zine. So in this case, yeah, some Jamaicans, who went on that, who are still on the farm work program in Canada, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Canada. Zin, they are complaining of subhuman conditions and they appeal to Samuda for help. So, them say them did send a letter. Uh, you know, on August 11, they send a letter to Samuda. And them say them not getting a reply or no help or nothing. I go down in the article. I go read it. Blessings. Oh, big up Minerva. So, I go down in the article. So then leave them country for better themselves and them relatives and them in a subhuman conditions. So I go read the article, people, and I try to get the full understanding how I really are going with them. Them must say employers treat us like we're not human beings. So farm workers in Canada complain of subhuman conditions, appeal to Samuda for help. So a number of Jamaican farm workers in Canada have accused their employers of subjecting them to deplorable working conditions and are appealing to Labour Minister Carl Samuda, who left the island on Sunday, August 13, 2022 for a site visit to the program to have their concerns addressed. August 13, 2 days now, peeps. Today 15. The Jamaicans who did not reveal their names for fear of victimization named two farms on which they are employed and said they are united with their Mexican and Filipino co-workers in calling for better living and working conditions. We're living in a first world country, but at both these farms rats are eating our food. We do not have clothes dryers, so when it rains, we are forced to wear cold, wet clothing to work. We live in a crowded room. We live in crowded rooms and have zero privacy. There are cameras around the houses, so it feels like we are in prison. The worker said in a letter emailed to the Jamaica Observer, and which they claim was sent to Samud on August 11th. So the Observer was unable to speak to Samud on Sunday as he was traveling at the time the newspaper called. The Jamaicans who are employed under the Seasonal Agriculture Workers Program. Does that sound like a swap? SAP, SAWP, SAP. So describe the program as systematic slavery and said there have been no significant changes in the conditions over the years. So it seems like these people, two of them, seems like them went on farm work again and same thing reach them again. So we work for 8 months on minimum wage and can't survive for 4 months back home. Wow. Hear this speech, hear the part. We work for 8 months on minimum wage and can't survive for 4 months back home. Employers treat us like we're not human beings. They don't care about us. We are not asking for charity. We are we are a proud people and we are looking for dignity, respect, and fairness, the letter read. We are treated like mules and punished for not working fast enough. We're exposed to dangerous pesticides without proper protection. Our bosses are verbally abusive, swearing at us. They physically intimidate us, destroy our property, and threaten to send us home, they said. Well, if me, I live in I mean, subhuman conditions, you better me go back to my yard. You better me go back to my yard. You better me go back to my yard. Cause guess what? No one better than yard. If me try, I try to better myself. And the people them when me I work amongst, you know, we I call me employers. See? Me prefer go back at my yard. This has been going on for some time. Yeah, I same thing. Then say me never it a go on for years and it never change. If me try to better myself and my employer, I try to style my thing, I try to disrespect me, I try to, make it seem like a slavery. Me, I go back on my yard, brother. Me tell them, say, oh, send me home. If I check to send me home, just send me home. Cause me, now good there, so, and yeah, work me out. And at the end of the day, when me done, me can't see nothing outside. Cause them a say a minimum wage them a work pan. Minimum wage them a work. And when they left, the money we they have can't even help them back for 4 months. They have to go back again in the same shit. Excuse me language. Some of the farm workers don't get the pay that they were offered. Government are the next thing again, brother. They agree say that you have to get paid for. And when I reach a different money, sometimes you have to just stick out and hold out same way. But if you are go back on the same program and you know say I saw you go. You know, them may say no better than they are Jamaica. But if you know say you go live in a subhuman conditions where rat eat out your food, leptospirosis, see, leptospirosis you're exposed to. Then say they're exposed to pesticides and then all the proper gear there so your health at risk because of rat and pesticide. And the same money where maybe I work, right end up having to go maybe spend back a doctor for, you know, your complaints where you go have because you inhale pesticides which, it is not good for the human body. You inhale it and then you're exposed to rat. Rat I eat off their food. So use peace. But anyway, now go finish read the article. They treated unfairly. So white people they stay on an evil brother. So according to workers, some of their colleagues at one of the farms were taken from agriculture duty last week to do landscaping just to make sure the farm looked pretty for the minister's visit. But wait, wanna hear this? Wanna hear this, huh? Me go on farm work. Me never go to do landscaping. Me go to pick apple. Oh man, me read over this. According to workers, some of their colleagues at one of the farms, were taken from agriculture duties last week to do landscaping just to make sure the farm looked pretty for the minister's visit. So basically, them just take them over there and have them use them to do what they want to do. Them bring them over there to run on the farm. They don't bring them over there to do landscaping. Them bring them to work on the farm to pick apple. So they have them a do landscaping now. So them a cut flowers and a plant grass and then one bag of sitting there. That's a landscaping. A clean up the place. They ain't go for them to do that. They go there to pick apple. Work on the farm. If you pick apple and landscaping are two different sitting, or if you pick tobacco or whatever, are two different sitting that. Oh boy. I'm gonna finish reading. So after completing the landscaping work, they said the employees had to work extra to catch up with the harvest and will not be paid up. Jesus Christ. Pray this. Hear this now. After completing the landscaping work, they said the employees had to work extra to catch up with the harvest and will not be paid overtime. So them have them do landscaping, and then now them have to catch up on the harvesting on the farm, and them not pay them overtime. So them take them from them maybe say like have to pick apple. I'm mostly at that. But we are gonna say if you pick apple. Then take them off of the farm to pick apple. Take them from picking apples and have them do landscaping work. You see me? To make sure the farm look pretty for the minister visit. That I call Samuda because he might go over there, go view the farm. And then send the letter to him from August 11 and today the 15th, and him left the 13th August to go pre the farm. So he must reach already and I pre the farm. But anyways, when we call just a liaison officers for help, they do not respond to us or worse. Or worse, they take our bosses, tell them put a red mark next to our name so we are not hired back anywhere next season. This is this fear is what stops us and our fellow migrant farm workers from speaking up for our rights as workers and humans. Workers and humans, they said. Right as workers and humans. I really don't want that. When we call our liaison officers for help, they do not respond to our words, to us, our words. They take our bosses, side and put a red mark next to our name so we are not hired back anywhere next season. This is a fear what stops us and our fellow migrant farm workers from speaking up for our rights as workers and humans, they said. The Jamaicans also said that they fear being kicked out of the program by the employers if they report their experiences to Samuda, and insist that the truth will be hidden from him or on his site inspection. Oh, brother. Stating that Samuda, as minister, is responsible for the well-being of the workers, said they were asked, hold on. Stating that Samuda, as minister, is responsible for their well-being, the workers said they were asking him to lobby the Canadian government to implement and enforce national housing standards. Then protect them at work by putting in place an anonymous system to report abusive employers, which will not put their safety or jobs at risk. Make it easier for transfers to another farm, either during the season or before the beginning of each season. Ensure greater job security and end the practice of black blacklisting, meaning banning workers from the program without a chance to appeal or be transferred. Remove the government agent deductions from their pay as they are currently paying for services they are not receiving. All right, increase accessibility for liaison officers, including more visit to workplace and bunk houses during the season. Allow them to represent themselves and their interests in, SAP contract negotiations. Provide more education about the contracts they sign and support them to and enforce their rights. Call on the Canadian government to grant permanent residence status to all migrants on arrival, including seasonal farm workers. If Minister Samula believes it is in Jamaica's best interest to continue this program, it is imperative that the Jamaican government addresses these injustices and listen to our demands. So, them need help, peeps, the Jamaican farm workers, them over Canada, them need some help, and hopefully Carl Samuda can respond to their help, their cries, because they're saying that they're exposed to pesticide without proper gear and exposed to rat, that can cause leptospirosis, and them say rat eat off them food. And then so them send a letter to Carl Samuda and they haven't gotten a reply yet. And Carl Samuda supposed to be viewing the farm now because he left from the 13th of August, and them send a letter to Carl Samuda. Them send them on the farm work program for work on the farm. Them never send them to do landscaping. And then do landscaping and then them bring them back on the farm to go do harvesting and them now go pay them overtime because them have to catch up on the harvest. So see there I use things, slavery business and them now get paid overtime peeps. So right now we need call some mother to answer them farm worker cries right now. So peeps, this one I got any live. Big up everybody who tune in for the live. Miss Melanin Cinnamon, big up yourself. Kanaika, big up yourself. Minerva, big up yourself. And Teresa, big up yourself. You know you're going to watch a live when I'm not live. So big up everybody who passed through a live. See you, man. Really appreciate that. So guys, we're going to end the live right now. So big up on yourself, peeps. And, thanks again for watching. And if you're watching this live when I'm not live, peeps, make sure to like up the video, share out the video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.